going live.
Hello. How's everyone today? Today is Wednesday. It's June 30th. I'm doing my nails again. Yes, I told you. I'm doing them since February 21st. I broke a nail. Never thought I'd say that. Actually, I never thought it would matter. But it does. Because I've been really growing them since February 21st, 2021. So, how is everyone doing today? I hope everyone's doing good. Please leave comments. I have to say that I think, so Henry was telling me, my son Henry, he was telling me that I should go live. So we're going to try that tomorrow. Let's go live about 11 o'clock tomorrow. I'm going to post it on my Facebook as well. Like, hey, we're going to go live tomorrow at 11 o'clock, blah, blah, blah. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if anyone joins in. Anyone has any questions, so on and so forth. So we'll see how that does. So, yesterday I was, I told you about the Eckhart Tolle book. The meditation book. What was it called again? Hold on. It's still brand new. Essential Meditations with Eckhart Tolle. I started listening to that. Remember I told you I was going to give you my review on that. It's a very good book. It is not a book for someone who is just starting out, however, because the way he talks is very, very slow. And you might like it. Pick it up if you want. To me, at first when he was talking as slow as he was talking, you see how I'm talking, talking like this, blah, 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 blah. He was talking more like this. Because what he was trying to accomplish was getting you to slip within the gap of the words, which is a very good thing. So when I was listening to him, I was being able to slip in the gaps of the words, okay? And it was kind of soothing and calming and stuff like that. But the second that, like how as fast as I'm talking, I can feel inside of me, my body kind of revving up, But when I slow down and talk, my body's slowing down too. So Buster will just randomly bark at nothing. And that was Buster. Hello, Buster. We all said hello. Hi. He's just barking. That's what he does. That's what dogs do. Henry's putting him to nighttime now. He's so funny. Anyways, so I suggest starting to meditate, listening to Eckhart's The Power of Now book. Buster, I'm recording, buddy. Okay? I'm recording. All right? We know you're here. And then being able to listen to that book so where you could slip between the gaps of his words. Okay, Henry, leave him alone so he could stop barking. Thank you. Good night. I'm going to finish the book later when I start cooking. I already kind of started cooking. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of the Taco Bell's Naked Chicken Chalupa. It's delicious. Oh, it's delicious. Anyways, I'm recreating it. I'm making it here at the house. I'm not going to tell you what my other two dogs are doing underneath my table. They are not supposed to be doing that. Stop, guys. I am recording. Please. Okay? Okay? Okay. Anyways, the Naked Chicken Chalupa is a chicken breast that they fried, deep fried with breading, lettuce, cheese, avocado ranch. It's delicious. And I'm trying to recreate it. So I got 12 chicken breasts and I sliced them in half. And then I banged the crap out of them to flatten them. I breaded both sides, you know, flour, egg wash, breaded both sides, crunched up this like aluminum foil to make it look like a thing. He's barking at Bella. I'm not gonna keep. No. He's barking at Bella because Bella is on the floor minding her business. Buster, it's none of your business what Bella's doing. Go night time and you shh. You put this foil piece in the middle of it, so, and then I put it in the freezer with toothpicks, so where it's, when it's gonna freeze, they've been in the freezer since like, I don't know, 10, 11 o'clock this morning. They're breaded and everything, so I'm gonna freeze them until probably about 4:30 or whatever else like that, and then I'll let you guys know how those turn out. But while I am cooking those, I'm gonna finish listening to Meditation Essentials by Eckhart Tolle, because I was listening to it yesterday for a few hours, and then, you know, I had other stuff to do. But like I said, to me, it's a very good way to calm me down on the inside. Because you know how where the sky and the clouds race by, the clouds are racing. This is a way to kind of go and get within the thoughts of every word. On that note, we discussed yesterday, we discussed about conflicting thoughts, you know, and how to manage conflicting thoughts in our heads and stuff like that. And he said that, you know, think of you as a sky and let the clouds, the thoughts are the clouds, and you're going to just let the clouds go by. You know, you're not going to grasp every single thing and every single thought that goes by. You're just going to let the clouds, you know, go by. And I still love that metaphor, analogy, however you want to say it. I still love the way he says that, because it to me makes the most sense. You know, our body is the sky, and we have a ton of thoughts in our heads at all times. I know I do. You know, I will randomly be having a conversation with someone, and all of a sudden I'll be looking this way or whatever else, and be like, oh yeah, boom, you know, and I'll point it out. I do it all the time at work. I do it all the time. I think I've done it on this, you know, in the videos. So, you know, it's a matter of looking at when it becomes dangerous or destructive is when your thoughts are conflicting each other. You're up against a decision, and that decision is important. What do you do? What, you know, where do you go? Which road do you take? You know what I mean? And like the lady said, one will be saying yes to do this, and the other thought is saying no, don't do that. You know, and this is why, blah, 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 blah. And bottom line is, you sit there and you got to let that let it pass by. Let it pass by. And then you're going to get to a thought to where there's going to be no more questions. That's going to be it. And, you know, and he gave the example of when he left England, to where that wasn't a question anymore. He knew he was getting out of England. He woke up, okay, I'm leaving, boom, 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 and never thought about it again. I gave my example with, you know, starting these YouTube videos. You know, it was in my head, that was it. It came directly to me because I was, you know, chasing the fact that I was, you know, paying this in ads and paying this in ads, and I'm not getting anywhere with affiliate marketing. What should I do? You know, maybe it was a bad idea. Maybe I should have never started this, blah, blah, blah. And maybe thoughts, you know, but I really want to, and yes, you can do it. And where there's a will, there's a way, and conflicting thoughts, to where when I meditated and I made my mind right and quiet, shh, boom, it was there. As I was stocking spaghetti sauce, it was there. You know, that was the first time that I knew that I raced over to Herschel and his cooler, and I was like, this is it. This is what I need to do. There is no other thoughts in my head, so on and so forth. And now it's just like, you know, I see the views, I get the views, I don't get the views. It doesn't really matter, you know. I've been posting on these videos on Facebook, so a lot of you are watching them from Facebook and stuff. I do encourage you to go over to my YouTube channel though and subscribe there as well, just to get more of that one-on-one. I don't know, doesn't it work like that somehow? I'm not sure. Just do it. That's what we're supposed to do, right? We just subscribe. We do YouTube, people subscribe, and then it goes out to more people. Something like that. Algorithms or yada, yada, yada. My Henry, see what Bella's chewing on. Henry, see what Bella's chewing on. What is that? You can't chew on that. It looked like wires. That might be what Bella was barking at. I mean, Buster was barking at. Anyway, so we've talked about egos. We've talked about opposites. Okay, we've talked about conflicting thoughts. Okay. All of these are extremely important in the path of, you know, happiness. Y'all, number one, happiness and peace, keeping to our inner self, using our inner self energy, instead of, you know, outside and outside influences. Okay, and that's what this whole thing is about. Inner self energy. When it's called inner self energy. Okay, great. So how do we get to that? And that's what these videos are for. You know, it's ego. It's fixing out the inner side of you, to where when you are out and everything is happening around you, all of these situations, all of these circumstances are happening around you, you know, you don't get it sucked into that. You know, that's what these whole videos are about. That's why I talked about, first of all, I talked about my journey and where I was and where I came from. And like I said, there's some of you, I hope you guys have dogs. And then you understand that they just are like toddlers. But you know what? What did we talk about yesterday? Enjoying the now. And not being frustrated. Teachable moment. My dogs right now are wrestling. Okay. Kim is trying to Kim is a boy and he's trying to get on top of Bella. This is what's happening underneath my table right now. Okay, Buster's trying to take a nap over there. So when they wake him up, he starts his barking craziness. Toddlers. But this time around, I know better. And I'm going to smile and enjoy it with them. Instead of hoping that they would just shush. We're going to enjoy this. Okay? Kim, Bella, Buster. Buster's sleeping. So that's what this whole journey is. You know, my first intro videos was about the journey that I've been on. A lot of you, well, some of you, number 2, have known me for quite a while and have known me from what I was to what I am now, you know, and can attest to many different things. That yes, she was like this, she was like that. And me being as calm as I am now, you know, has helped me with, because of these different steps that I've taken. Meditation, yoga, understanding my own change, accepting what I've done and where I've gone and what I have brought to my life as well. Letting go is the most difficult, invigorating, all the good words. I can't even think of all the good words. Letting go and forgiving, they go hand in hand. Okay. And why do they go hand in hand? Because you cannot let go unless you forgive. But once you realize, and this is how I was able to let go. Okay? This is how I was able to let go and forgive all the situations. And there was a lot. They didn't know any better. It is that simple. Everyone does everything that they do, okay, within their own consciousness. And if they are not awake, okay, and they're still sleeping, they don't know any better. I woke up. I'm awake. I'm awake. Okay? My twin sister's gone. And since that time, August 30th this year will make 3 years since she's been gone. Since that time that she's been gone, I woke up. Now, I've only been awake for, I don't know. I started waking up last year when I quit smoking. When I quit smoking, I started waking up. Okay, I quit smoking, God and I held hands, and I started waking up. Okay? I didn't realize that I wasn't fully awake. I wasn't smoking anymore. Boom. I surrendered that to him and he gone. That is the best. Thank you, God, for that. And that was, I think August makes that a year. Yeah, I think it was August that it makes it a year since I quit smoking. So it was around that time that I started waking up. You know, August quit smoking, October moved to a different store. You know, still sleeping a little bit, but not. You know, the end of April is when I started doing my meditation. my yoga, you know, and it was in May, like the second week of May is when I started doing the website, you know, and like I started doing the videos June 19th. So I haven't been awake for years upon years upon years. But in that short amount of time, and if you guys can look at that time frame, in that short amount of time, I'm completely, I've been able to forgive, and something I've never, ever, ever been able to do. Because I understand that they didn't know any better. They didn't. For me, and the abuse physically, mentally, emotionally, that abuse for years and 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 years has followed me everywhere I went. Because I didn't look at it as I looked at it as, you know, this is who I am, this is what my life is. This is my story, this is my journey, this is my this is my that. This is who I am. You know, I'm the abuse. He's laughing at a YouTube video, not me. I'm the abuse. I've been through it, I've done it, I've been there, done that, so on and so forth. So I have to act as such. I have to act as the abused. I have to act as the abused person that I've always been, because that's who I am, right? That's where I came from, right? I came from abuse. So I'm abused, right? No. Have I been abused? Yes. Yep. Physically, yes. Mentally, absolutely. Emotionally, yep. Yep. Am I abused? No. Because it's not me. It's not me. It's not me. I thought it was. I really did. I thought that was me. That was my life. That was who I am. You know, this fat piece of SHIT that, you know, is what my father told me, and I'm, you know, SHIT head junior. I'm trying not to cuss because I don't want YouTube to ban me. Because that's what he called my mother, was SHIT head. You know, that's who I am. That's my life. I'm going to amount to nothing. I'm going to do nothing. I'm worthless. That's what I am. No. That's what he told me. And you know what? He told me that because guess what? He was abused. Yep. So here's abuse running down from him to me. Probably, I don't know this, but probably from his mom to her, to see how probably, I don't know. He didn't really talk about it. I didn't find this out until later on in my older years when Kim told me a few stories about what he went through, which I will not share because it doesn't matter. Die to the past every day. Die to the past every minute of every day. Because it doesn't matter. Boom, that was the past. Doesn't matter. And it's such a weight has just, You know, and that's what I mean by I can forgive. Because he didn't know any better. She didn't know any better. Does that make it right? No. Nope. Doesn't make it right. But can I step myself out? Let me take. I'm sorry, Kim. I had to move my leg. Hold on. I have arthritis. I had to stretch out my leg. Okay, go back to sleep. He was on my leg, but I had to move him. Take myself out. Okay? Take Erica out of it. Okay? And let me look at his life and what he's gone through. Only he's a guy. Not that guys can't talk, but he doesn't. He didn't talk to anybody. And whatever he did say, I don't know, he didn't talk to me. You know, definitely wouldn't talk to me about him growing up. You know. So, if I take myself out of it, you know, and look at what he went through, I kind of feel like crap. Like, my gosh, that was horrible. That was horrible. And I wish that he would have been smart enough to maybe break that chain, but he wasn't. And he continued that chain, that cycle, that the abuse that was given to him, he gave to his children. But you know what? You know what? I broke that chain. Yes, I did. Now, I broke that chain before I even became woke. Okay? I broke that chain because I said at 15, I mean, I always said it before that too, but when I was 15 and I prayed for a ban, I prayed to God to bring me someone to take me away from all of this and let him be the love of my life. Let him be my knight in shining armor. Let him be the best father ever. I said, God, I want him to be always laughing. I want him to, you know, no matter how angry I get or no matter what I say, he will always just go with it. He will never raise his hands to his kids. He will never raise his voice to his kids. Now, I was 15. Obviously, we raised our voice. But he's never put his hands on his children. Ever. And I was extremely detailed. Very detailed. You know. And I also told God, I said, I also want him to be strong enough to look at me if I ever wrong our children and go into these patterns of what they're doing to me. I want him to be strong enough to tell me no. I met Herschel 3 months later. A lot of you know Herschel. And every single thing I prayed for, I got in him. You know, the one thing that I did take from my childhood is my yelling. I yell a lot. I've gotten so much better over the years, but my yelling was insane. That I can say. I own that. I didn't know any better. I know now. So I know to work, when I feel that pain body coming up, breathe it out, bring it back down, sit down, chill. So, but, you know, when in my 20s and early 30s, the yelling was there. It was. The physical abuse wasn't, the mental abuse wasn't, but I was a yeller. I was. But I'm also deaf in one ear too, so I yell anyways. But this was an extra like, but it wasn't destructive, you know. It wasn't destructive. It wasn't, I was always encouraging, not discouraging. I'm that way when I'm working as a manager. Which I'm not a manager anymore, but when I used to be. You know, I'm encouraging, I'm not discouraging. That's the way I run my house, that's the way I've always just been. You know. But that's where you can let go when you, that's why I said letting go and forgiveness goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand. You know, you cannot do one without the other. You cannot let go if you don't forgive. You could say you do, but if you really are honest with yourself, what does that mean? What does it mean? People used to be like, you need to forgive. How? How? You tell me how and I'll do it. Because where there's a will, there's a way. So you tell me how. I found my how. By understanding and knowing and realizing and recognizing they had problems just like I do. They just never woke up. Some people never wake up. Some people don't have people around them to help them wake up. Some people think that they're not the problem. And that's okay too. I don't hang around with those people, and I won't hang around with those people. I don't want to have anything to do with people that don't feel like that they don't contribute something. Everyone contributes something. In any relationship that you're in, you have to take 50-50. Period, the end. You know, whether it's marriage or, you know, friendship or, you know, if there's a problem, you got to take half of that and figure out what did you do? What did you bring to that table to help this situation along? Good, bad, or ugly. Which one? You know? And I tell it to my kids all the time because they're like, oh my God, why are you yelling? I mean, not anymore because I'm working on that, and I've been working on really good on that. But I'm like, okay, but I asked you 4 times nicely to bring me a cup. You know, bring me the cup that you're throwing around the room. Bring it to me, bring it to me, bring it to me, bring it to me, bring it to me. 4 times I've asked you nicely, and now I'm yelling. And now you want to look at me and go, okay, why are you yelling? Okay, no, you will not throw this on me. And this is what I tell them. You will not throw this on me. What did you do to get me to this point? What happened in this situation? I asked you nicely to get me a cup. You didn't do it. And now I'm yelling. So you're not going to put on me, my God, all you do is yell, and you're not going to take some of that responsibility on you. You don't want people yelling at you, then do the right thing. Prashant and I tell them that all the time. All the time. And for the most part, they do it and stuff like that. I mean, that's just, but, life is life, and that's the bottom line. Being able to forgive has your inner self energy growing as well. So it's important to meditate, yes. That's just a piece of it. Meditating is just a piece of it. Okay, if you think that all you're going to have to do is meditate and then, all right, cool beans, I'm good to go, you still got more work to do. Getting to your inner self energy and being able to only be within your inner self energy, there's steps that have to be taken. There are things that you've got to clean out and get down to the nitty gritty. Meditating absolutely is amazing. And that's a good wash. Meditating is a good wash. It gets you to look on your insides. It gets you to look within yourself. But it's not the only thing. Your ego, we had a very long conversation about egos. Okay? If you have not watched that video, please go watch that video. Egos will get you every time. Every time. And egos derive from past experiences, what people have told you, what you think of yourself. They derive from ignorance. Bottom line. Letting go of your ego, okay, will completely set you free of judging somebody else, forming opinions about anything in a bad way. Of course you're going to have opinions, but you don't need to have opinions about, why is she wearing that? That's judging too. Okay? In my opinion, you should be doing this. Ego. So if you haven't watched that video on egos, please watch it. It's very, very, very powerful. And it explains a lot. And if you need more further explanations on egos, comment, say, we could do another big thing. Sorry, what was that for? We could do another video about egos. So, looking at how to get to where you are in your inner self energy and not being able to be influenced by outside energies, you have to do it in steps. You have to do it within constant, reprogramming. Seeds, which is another one that I showed you, the soul of healing. I will not show it on here because I do not want to get copyrighted again. But I will tell you the name. And you know what? I'm going to put the link. I am going to put the link in I figured out how to put links. Okay. That was my girl, Chelsea. She's amazing. Shout out to Chelsea. Hey. We got our oldest son a car for his 21st birthday. And I was showing her the pictures. And she said he looks so happy. He is happy. He's a good kid. Well, he's 21, so he's a man. I thought he was laughing at me. He's not. Anyways, hold on. So I can't talk and text at the same time. So, give me a minute. Came through. So shout out to Chelsea. I just had responded back to her. Love her to pieces. She is absolutely one of the best people I've ever met in my life. Anyways, so I'm going to send the link. I learned how to do links yesterday, as a matter of fact. I told you I'm learning every day, FYI. So it's called The Secret of Healing by Deepak Chopra. And I'll put the link down in my description and stuff. That is a very powerful seed mantras that you can be listening to. They're not the ohms and the hums and all that other good jazz. Even though those are very powerful as well, but if you're not into that, that's fine. You don't have to be. Like I said, meditating is food. Not everyone's going to like the same food. We all don't like the same food. Okay? But do we all need it? Do we all need food? Yes. Yes, we do. So do you need to meditate? Yes. Yes, you do. Your body, your mind, your inner self needs that food to continue to blossom and flourish. The secret of healing is definite. They're mantras, yes, but they're seeds that go inside your consciousness. Again, Deepak explains the whole thing. It's a 48-minute listen, and it's very good to sit there once a day. He says to do it for about 10 to 15 minutes. Meditate for about 10 to 15 minutes. Excuse me, number 5. Meditate to 10 to 15 minutes on that a day, and it will help seed your inner self. I will listen to the whole thing, 48 minutes, and it's amazing. So I will put that link, because again, I'm not going to get copyrighted or whatever for showing you guys more videos. So any kind of videos I want you guys to look at, and when we talk about it, I will write down like what we need to talk, or bullet points. I'll make sure to watch it first. I'll be more organized, and then we'll have a big discussion about it or whatever, and then I'll put the link in the YouTube video. Which is why, guys, I'm telling you, don't just watch me on Facebook. Yes, that's why you need YouTube. That's why you need to watch it on YouTube. The link goes to YouTube, which goes to the other links, which link it all together. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So that's what I'm probably going to do, is I'm probably going to say, hey, after a while, I'm just going to start just saying on Facebook, hey, there's another video. Check out my new video. Here's the link right here or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm, again, figuring this out as I go. So enjoy the ride, because I know I'm enjoying it, So that right there is a great value energy, like crystal light energy. Only it's the Ackee berry, however you say that word. But it's very good. So all of these videos, just an FYI, are to help nourish your inner self energy. And forgiveness is definitely one that goes with letting go. And that's the topic of our whole conversation today, even though we've had a lot of side conversations, and I'm doing my nails and all that good jazz, and Buster, that's what he does. But forgiveness, understanding, that's how you forgive. That's how I forgave. That's how I was able to forgive any and everything, because I understand that they didn't understand. They didn't know. They didn't know. They were still sleeping. They were not awake. And I'm awake. And I don't want to ever go back to sleep again in that way. I love sleeping. Don't get me twisted, but I don't want to go back to sleep in that way again, to where I am the victim, the abused, the, self-centered, selfish. I'm not really selfish. I can't really say that about myself, but but you know what? I always felt like the world revolved around me too, because I was a victim, self-centered. Look at me, look at me, look at me type thing, and selfish monetary reasons or whatever. No, I wasn't like that. But was I always made everything about me? Oh yeah, Absolutely. If anything bad happened anywhere, I would find a way to turn that crap around to where I'm the one that did it. But Erica, you were on vacation. Doesn't matter. I should have known before I went on vacation that this was going to happen, and I should have avoided it. I've had those conversations. I have literally changed everything to flip it around to where it's my fault. No, I don't want to ever be asleep like that again. You know, I want to be completely awake and enjoying the inner me, because I am actually, excuse me, number 6. I am actually really awesome. I am. I'm very helpful. I am, I love to talk, and I love knowledge and everything else like that, and sharing things and being able to conversate. And I mean, I love it, you know. The only thing that I don't like is that I used to always have this doubt and this, I don't understand why people, why do people like me, and what's the point? And I used to tell her all the time, why aren't you slapping the shit out of me every time you look at me? Like, ugh, I look like victim. Ego, there you go again. No more. I'm cleaning out my inner self so that I can completely be anywhere, in any situation, and just be still. Just be still. So forgiveness is key. I don't know what's happened to people, okay? Everyone's situation is different. Everyone's life situation is completely different. And it completely, to your own self, because you've walked in your shoes, okay? To yourself, it is a very real feeling, very real, deep, moment that feeds off your anger, that continues to stay alive as every single time that you let those emotions take over. That's the pain body talking. That pain body is, we're gonna have a whole nother, I think tomorrow might be a pain body discussion. Right now we're 48 minutes into this, and I can't switch to pain body now because the pain body is something that we are going to talk about in length. Okay? And the pain body comes out when our thoughts, we get attached to these thoughts that this happened and this happened, and well, this could happen and this could happen and da 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 da. That's what the pain body does. Okay? But we're not going to discuss any more about the pain body because I want the pain body to have its own separate recording, because it's very long and vast, and it's amazing. Don't get it twisted, because the second you realize when your pain body hits, you're going to be like, you did it. The pain body goes with the ego. It feeds off of that. They feed together. They're besties. Okay? They're besties. Well, we're going to go ahead and get rid of both of them. All in one shot. Right now, forgiveness. So, right now, this video is about forgiveness and letting go. And you cannot let go until you forgive. You can't. And does that mean that you have to go to whoever you are with and say, I forgive you? You can if you want. It's your life. You can make a dramatic, not dramatic in a bad way, but you can make this whole big stance, to going to forgive. I'm doing the oil again, by the way. You can make this whole big thing and go to whoever you need to go to and say, I forgive you because of this. I will give you one little suggestion though. When you do, if you decide to do that, which is fine, take out the question why. What does that mean? What does that mean, take out the question why? You know, that means that when you go to this person or people, whoever they are, I don't care who they are, your parents, ex-girlfriend, boyfriend, doesn't matter, sister-in-law, brother-in-law, uncle, aunt, I don't care who it is. Okay. Yes. Okay, Buster. We got it. There's no one there. Please stop. Please. Henry. Henry. Let them outside, please. Thank you, buddy. Go outside. Go. All right. Yep. There you go. Go do it. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. All right. You're going now. Love you. Bella, outside. Go. I don't care who it is. Whoever has wronged you. Okay? To where you feel like this is who has blocked you from being able to move forward in your life and wake up. Take out the question why. Why did you do this? Don't ask that question. If you truly want to forgive and you truly want to let go, then do it. Doesn't matter the reason. Asking why will not, absolutely will not lead you down the path of forgiveness. It will not. And I'm going to tell you that right now. And then you're going to say, well, why? Because the why gets more answers. And those answers get more whys. And then those answers of that why question get you even more. More whys, more answers, more questions. And you know what happens at the end? You never will get the answer that you ever wanted. You won't. You will never get the answer that you wanted. But I'm going to give you the answer right now. Okay? This is the answer for everyone. No matter what they did, no matter how they did it, no matter what happened, and I mean no matter what, this is the only answer. They did not know any better. They were asleep. They were not in their conscious mind, body and soul, to do the right thing. That is the answer to all the whys. Why did you leave me home like that? Why did you only take care of yourself? It all leads back to they did the best they could according to their own consciousness. They didn't know any better. So no matter what happened, that is the only reason. So when you ask why, that's the reason why. Asking, well, what about this? And what about this? And what about this? They didn't know any better. They were still asleep. Their conscious didn't know anything. They were not awake. It was done to them. What else do you want to know? Well, remember back in January 15th, 1986, when I didn't know any better. My conscious didn't allow it. I was asleep. It all goes back to that answer. It all goes back to that answer. And that is so important for your forgiveness and for you to let go. For you to be able to move on. Because you're going to know better. You are going to know better. You're waking up now. You're waking up now. So you're going to know better. Whoever wronged you and whatever they did, they didn't know any better. But you will. You are. Because you're waking up. You're waking up right now as you watch each one of these videos. You're waking up right now as you meditate. You're waking up right now as you listen to Eckhart and waking up, listen to Eckhart's voices, books, listen to Deepak. You're waking up now by you standing up and taking responsibility. Even if you didn't read his books, Deepak's books, Eckhart Tolle's books, even if you didn't do that, you're waking up right now by acknowledging it. So when you want to know how to forgive and how to let go, that's how you do it. That is the only way to do it. Is to look and say, you know what? It was done to them. They turned around and did it to me. They didn't know any better. They were still sleeping. I know better. I'm not asleep. And I want to let go. I want to forgive. They didn't want to do that, but I do. And I don't want to be like that. I'm 45. Remember yesterday? I'm 45. I don't want... This is... Ugh. I've been holding on to that. Ugh. And I want to work inside of here and clean. Strip it all away. I don't want to go another 45 years holding on to that. So I've let it go. Completely let it go. You know. Am I calling my father up on the phone and saying, hey, Dad, come over to my house for a barbecue? No, I'm not doing that. But if he called me tomorrow and said, hey, listen, I'm in town, can I come over? I'd be like, yeah, absolutely, let's go. And that's huge. It's huge. So forgiveness, letting go, it's the next step to cleaning out on your inside, your inner self energy. You got to take that step. You have to. And you can't talk about it. You got to be about it. You can't just say I'm going to and I'm going to forgive and that. No, you got to be about it. Bottom line. You know what I mean? And that's the only way to be able to do it, is understanding that they did not know. I don't care who it is. They did not know. I don't care, like I said, I don't care what situation it is. Doesn't matter. They didn't know. Say, yeah, but Erica, they didn't know. And when you do let go and forgive, and it might be through meditation, you might have to surrender it. You might have to surrender it. It might be so bad to you, you know. It might be so bad to you, so damaged to you, that you're going to have to surrender that to God, to the universe, whatever God you believe. You might have to, through your meditation, you surrender it. You know? And if that's what you have to do, go for it. Just do something to where your inner self energy is cleaned, so that you can stand in the middle of everything moving. And you can be in constant activity. but be still. Inside here is completely still. No matter what is going on around you. And remember, I have a herniated disc in my neck, so when you see me doing that, it's only because I have to stretch it out. I know it looks weird that I'm like twitch, 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 but it hurts if I keep it there too long. It is what it is. I've been dealing with it since 2005. Not to get off topic or anything, but that was what our topic of conversation was today. Is letting go and forgiveness. It's just another brick in our foundation that we're building. Okay? You know, is that, and it's important. It's so important. It's so important. It's a big, 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 big step, especially if you've been dealing with it for quite a long time. You know, you've been holding on to things for quite a long time, because I know that was that way for me. So, but we're going to go ahead and end that right here. I will remind you guys again that tomorrow I'm going to try and do this live thing like 11 o'clock tomorrow morning on YouTube. My son Henry's going to help me set it up. Because, no, I should be home by 11. You know what? No, let's just, because I got to take DJ to work by 1. Let's change it to 2 p.m. We'll do live at 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. That way my laundry's done, all my errands are done in the morning time. So, I love you guys. I want you guys to have a great night. Please share this video with anybody who you feel it pertains to, because maybe it doesn't pertain to you. You know, maybe my videos don't pertain to you, but you're following me because, you know, you know me for years. Then share it with people who you think it pertains to. So, love you guys. I will talk to you tomorrow, 2 o'clock. Be there.